So what causes bloating and how to get rid of it naturally? I'm going to tell you all of this and more in this week's video. Now, we all know the feeling of being bloated, when your tummy feels stretched and you feel uncomfortable. Bloating often happens after a big weekend of eating, especially during the festive periods. But if it is more than an occasional inconvenience, then you should definitely see your doctor and investigate this further. If you're having bloating on an occasional basis, then there are multiple things that you can try to fix it. Let's talk about it. So, bloating can be caused by many different things such as constipation, food intolerance, swallowing air, celiac disease, and even irritable bowel syndrome. Let's talk about these one by one. And in the end, I will talk about natural beverages that will give you instant relief from bloating. Now we know that certain foods can cause bloating. For example, beans, broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, and these are all considered to be high FODMAP foods. So try and cut these down, but make sure you're still meeting your daily 5 servings of fruits and veggies requirement. Next up, we have swallowing air. Now, swallowing of the air can obviously cause bloating and discomfort. It usually happens when we're eating food, and there are a few things you can do to avoid it. For example, if you're eating, try not to speak. At the same time, do not slump, sit upright, avoid fizzy drinks, and when you're chewing gum, chew with your mouth shut. Let's talk about the food intolerances next. Now, these can cause bloating when your bowels do not empty properly and the food produces too much gas, which can get trapped. Some of the common offenders are wheat, gluten, and dairy products, but we are all different. The best advice I can give you is to keep a food diary for a few weeks. Write down everything you eat, write down when your bloating is worse, and try to find a correlation. And if you have a food intolerance or you spot a correlation, eat less of that food or cut it out completely and see the difference. Always talk to your doctor first before making any dietary changes. I'll be discussing the best beverages that you can use to fix your bloating shortly. If the reason for your bloating is constipation, there are a lot of things that you can do to get rid of it, such as drinking more water, aiming for at least 8 to 10 glasses of water on a daily basis, eating more fiber, and doing more exercise. Alright, next we have celiac disease. Celiac disease is a common gut condition where the intestines cannot absorb gluten found in wheat, barley, and rye. So when you have foods containing gluten, it can cause bloating, abdominal pain, diarrhea, and even fatigue. Celiac disease affects 1 in 100 people in the world, so it is quite common. If you think you might have it, speak to your doctor. They can do a simple blood test. It is called tissue transglutaminase antibody, and you can find out whether you do have celiac or not. Next, we have irritable bowel syndrome. People with IBS usually suffer from bloating because of their erratic bowel movements. Alright, let's discuss 3 natural beverages for bloating that my patients absolutely love. First, basil tea, and this is how you make it. Boil water in a pot or kettle. While the water is boiling, wash fresh basil leaves thoroughly. Place the basil leaves in a teapot or mug. Pour the boiling water over the basil leaves. Allow the tea to steep for about 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how strong you prefer the flavor. Strain the tea to remove the basil leaves. Serve hot and enjoy. Second, fennel tea. Bring water to a boil in a pot or kettle. Crush fennel seeds lightly. Place the crushed fennel seeds in a teapot or mug. Pour the boiling water over the fennel seeds. Let the tea steep for around 10 to 15 minutes, depending upon how strong of a flavor you like. Strain the tea to remove the fennel seeds. Serve hot and enjoy. And last but not the least, ginger tea. Peel and slice fresh ginger root about 1 to 2 inches. Bring water to a boil in a pot or kettle. Add the ginger slices to the boiling water. Allow the ginger to simmer in the water for about 10 to 15 minutes. Remove the pot from heat and let the tea steep for another 5 minutes. Strain the tea to remove the ginger slices. Serve hot and enjoy. And that's all for today, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you did like it, hit the subscribe button. And if you have any questions, leave those in the comment section and I will try my best to answer those. See you in the next video.